Everyone, if you would please rise. Thank you, everyone. If you would please be seated. Okay, my friends, you ready? Okay. So welcome and good afternoon, family and friends. We have come here today to celebrate this wedding between Diana and Andrew. And on behalf of this couple standing here today, thank you all for joining us here. They're absolutely delighted that you have come to share in their joy on this very special day. And by your presence, you are celebrating with them and this love that they have discovered within each other. And you are here to support their decision to commit themselves to a lifelong relationship. Look at each other. We all know that this marriage, well, now this is a bond that's really only should be entered after considerable thought and reflection. So by making this commitment today, your relationship, now this will become better and stronger and deeper. Today, you are demonstrating your devotion to one another. You are dedicating yourselves to a life together, and you're showing respect for one another by setting forth to honor these vows that you're creating today in your lives, which originally began on separate paths, will now be joined as one. Now, today really not only represents this joining between Andrew, but this is also the joining of all their family and all their friends. And they really would like to recognize their parents on this occasion. And they're offering their profound gratitude for all the love and the care the parents have shown in raising them. Those unconditional gifts of love and support that you have continuously offered, well, you have inspired them to become who they are today. And they thank you from the very bottom of their hearts, because without you, today truly could not be possible. And again, we have gathered here today on this absolutely gorgeous June the 21st to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, the joining together of two hearts. For you, out of the ordinary life, something extraordinary has happened. You met each other, became friends, fell in love, and today you are finalizing it on your wedding. Now, romance, we know that's fun, but true love is something far more, and it really is your desire to love one another for life. But today's also a celebration for the rest of us, for it really is a pleasure to see love bloom and participate in a union between two people that are so delightfully suited for one another. And, you know, we might have a few cocktails at the end of this today. So, I'm pretty sure that everybody's thinking that I need to, hurry up and get on with this. So, a few things before we start. A good marriage. Now that must be created. The little things are those big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. Remember to say, I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. You are going to stand together and face the world. And you're going to speak words of appreciation. And you're going to demonstrate gratitude in all sorts of thoughtful little ways. You will now have the capacity to forgive and to forget. And you're going to give each other an atmosphere into which each of you can grow. You're going to have a common search for the good and for the beautiful. You're not only marrying the right person today, you are marrying the right partner. Now, we do know that you do not have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. And really, when you think about it, I mean, this whole thing is kind of weird, right? You're standing up here, you're looking all fancy, you are holding some flowers, and you're being stared at by pretty much everybody who has known and loved you throughout your lives. So why do we do this? We do it because that marriage ceremony, well, that's an important aspect and feature across nearly every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have thousands of these moments through our lives. But why is this one to be regarded to be so critical that we acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others? It is because there is this deep, abiding affection that is a magical and a compelling shared impulse that really makes us seek one another's company. This is one of the greatest gifts of humankind. And all of us who have been fortunate enough to find and express this loving devotion, well, again, that's why we're here to celebrate. Because we know this is an awesome and beautiful thing. So this understanding brings me to the first of 3 pieces of advice. And we all like to offer advice to a newlywed couple. But this isn't just for the couple. This is for everyone gathered here today. Let us be constantly grateful for the presence of those precious people in our lives that have chosen to share their lives with you. My second piece of advice is this. Let someone be the recipient of a daily kindness. Our world's a very tough place, and any of us can be subject to some rough handling. Be generous with your compliments, be attentive, and be helpful. Because each of you, by your own tenderness towards one another, the kind words that you share, these thoughtful actions, not only can the two of you make your marriage and your home and your community an uplifting refuge, but we can create that for the whole world. But last, and maybe perhaps the most important, make truth, make honesty the unfailing bedrock of your lives together. A happy, loving marriage, well, that's really built on trust and respect. And that can only be sustained if both of you are deeply committed to always being open and truthful in every exchange, no matter how small. So my hope, and we all hope for you, is this: that you have many long years of good fortune because you have found one another and you are loving one another, that you get to make meaningful and productive work at home and in the world, to love and be loved by your family and your friends who have all come here today to support you in your decision. Now, Robert Brault once said, to find someone who will love you with no reason and to shower that person with reasons, well, that is the ultimate happiness. Beauty and youth, that fades away. We all know money comes and goes. But your love that you have for one another is truly irreplaceable. Love is eternal. When you have love, it makes your burdens lighter because you get to divide them. Love makes your joys more intense because you get to share them. Love makes you stronger so you can reach out and become involved with life in ways that you may not risk alone. And as you prepare to make these vows to one another, realize that your destinies, they're now woven into one design. Your joys and your sorrows are no longer going to be known apart. Today, you are making public for all to know these words. I love you. You're making a full commitment of yourselves to each other. Therefore, it is not my standing here that makes your marriage, but really, it's this love and the sincerity and the dedication and the commitment into which you make your vows and live them every day. So this is the hard part. Diana and Andrew, you have to look at each other for this. Do you? Yeah, all times. Just this part here, okay? Do you, with your family and friends, as your witnesses, present yourselves willing and of your own accord to be joined in marriage?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good answer. Good answer. Will you promise to care for one another in all the joys and sorrows of life, come what may? Will you share the responsibility of the growth and enrichment of your lives together?
Yes.
Now, will you, Diana, keep Andrew as your favorite person, to laugh with him, to go on adventures with him, to support him through life's toughest moments, to be proud of him, to grow old with him, and to find new reasons to love him every day?
I will.
And do you take him to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health? Until death do you part. Do you? Okay, you're good. I got one little part left. Do you promise to love him, honor, cherish, and protect him, and to be faithful to him?
I do. Okay.
It's all good. Now, Andrew, these are your hard questions. Will you keep Diana as your favorite person? Will you love with her, laugh with her, support her through life's toughest moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and to find new reasons to love her every day?
Yes.
And do you take her to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good. Will you have and to hold, for better, for worse, and for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do you part?
Yes, I do.
Good answer. Now, with that being said, I ask that you always treat yourselves with respect and remind yourselves often of what came here today. Give the highest priority to these tendernesses, gentlenesses, and kindnesses that your marriage really does deserve. And when frustration and difficulty may challenge your marriage, as they do with relationships from time to time, focus on what's right between you, not just what's wrong. For thousands of years, lovers have exchanged rings as a token of their vows. So let your rings be a sign that love has a past, it has a present, and it has a future through you and within you. And remember that your rings, these are not locks that bind you together, but these are an unbroken, never-ending circle, a symbol of your committed, never-ending love. And now, Jeremy, if you could please step forward and gift us with these rings, because you have been chosen to hold these rings with all the love, well wishes, and blessings of everyone here today. Thank you. Now, Diana, if you would please take Andrew's left hand, third finger, place the ring on his finger, and repeat after me. You might want to look at him.
You're good.
I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
As a sign, I choose you
As a sign, I choose you
to be my lover,
to be my lover,
to be my partner,
to be my partner,
and my best friend
and my best friend
for the end of my days.
for the end of my days.
Wear it
Wear it
and think of me
and think of me
and know I love you.
and know I love you.
So, Andrew, it's your turn. Left hand, third finger. Place the ring on her finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign I choose you
as a sign I choose you
to be my lover,
to be my lover,
to be my partner,
to be my partner,
and my best friend
and my best friend
to the end of my days.
to the end of my days.
Wear it,
Wear it,
think of me,
think of me,
and know that I love you.
and know that I love you.
So take each other's hands and look at them for just a moment so you can see this gift that they are to you. These are the hands of your best friend. They are young and they're strong and they're vibrant with love today. And they're holding yours on your wedding day. That person in front of you is promising to love you for all the days of your life. These are the hands of your best friend, young and smooth and carefree. This person has just now promised to love you for all the days of their life. And we've heard your promises today to share your lives in marriage. And to make that relationship work, it's going to take some love. But that's the core of your marriage. That's why we're here today. It will take trust to know that in your hearts you truly know what is best for one another. You're going to take some dedication to stay open to one another, to learn and to grow together. It's going to take faith to go forward together without knowing what your future may have in store for you. And this is going to take some commitment to hold true to this journey that you have pledged here today. So may that love that has brought you here continue to grow and enrich your lives. May you always meet with courage the problems that arise to challenge you. And may your relationship always be one of love and trust. May this happiness that you have here today be with you always. We recognize and respect these vows that you've made here on this day before each of us as a witness, and the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done here today, and in accordance with the great and beautiful state of Colorado and the power vested in me. It is truly my honor, and with much delight, I get to now pronounce you now married. And I know Andrew has been waiting since yesterday. I know, I was here. So, Miss Diana, would you like to kiss your groom?
Okay.
Okay, you can. Oh, much better than yesterday. So, my lovely friends, if you would turn around and present yourselves to your family and your friends. Again, it is truly with much pleasure to introduce this newly wedded couple. If you would please step forward and take your new steps in this new journey of life. Congratulations, you are now married. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out here to this beautiful location, The Meadows. Our bride and groom will be back to join you shortly after doing some formal photos. If we could have our families join them on the lower patio, and downstairs we also have cocktail hour. Safe journeys home, many blessings, and have a lovely weekend. Mm-hmm. You did awesome, like I told you you would.